Now let's understand how to add items to lists in Python. So the simplest way to add an item to a list is by using the .append method. It adds the new item to the end of the list. So what do I mean by that? We can understand that properly after I give you an example. So let's say we have a list called fruits, and there we have apple, then banana and cherry. Now to add a new item to this list, what we can do is we can write fruits, then after fruits we can write a dot and we can call a method which is append. So every list has this .append method, and in between parentheses what we can do is we can pass a value. So for example, we want to append mango. After appending that, if I write the print statement and pass fruits and run the code, you'll see it prints apple, banana, cherry, then it appends mango and prints mango after them. So the key point here is .append method adds the item at the very last of the list, and it adds items one at a time. So we can't add multiple values at a time using .append method. But let's say you want to add a value in the middle of the list. You don't want that always it should add the item to the end of the list. You want to add an item here or here after banana. So how will you do that? So for that, what we can do is we can use the insert method. So for example, let's say we have another list called numbers, and there we hold values like 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Now let's say we want to insert 15 in between 10 and 20. So for that we can use the insert method provided by Python. So for that, first we have to write the numbers list, then write the dot to call the method, and the method is insert. And in this method we have to first pass the index where we want to insert. So as we want that 15 should be after 10, which holds the index 0, so we want 15 should be at 1th or the first index. So here let's give 1, and then after the comma we have to give the actual value which should be inserted. So the value would be 15. So here you can see it says __ index : 1. So this is just some instruction by PyCharm that is solely for development purpose. You don't have to worry about that. And you can see it says __ object and instruct us which value will be inserted, and that is 15. Now if I write the print statement here and pass numbers and run the code, you will see after 10 it printed 15, then it printed other elements. So the key point here is the first number inside insert is the index, and the second is the new value. Now as of now we are adding values one by one, but let's say you want to add multiple values at the same time. So how will you do that? For that we can use the .extend method. So for example, let's say we have another list called colors, and there we have a list of items which are red, then blue, and now let's say we want to add 3 more colors to this colors list. So how will we do that? So for that we can write the colors list and then call the extend method, and there we pass another list. So write the square brackets, and there let's say I'll pass green, then yellow, and then let's say pink. And now if I print the colors list and run the code, you will see it prints red, blue, green, yellow and pink. So that's how you add multiple items to a list. Now here is a warning: if you use .append instead of .extend, you will get a nested list. So what do I mean by that is I can write the colors list, and if I call the append method, and here if I pass another list with the values like cyan and then magenta, then let's say if I write the print statement again and pass colors and run the code, you will see first it prints those 5 colors, and then it prints another list inside the main list with the values cyan and magenta. So this is called nested list. Means a list inside another list. So here we have another way to add items to a list using the plus operator. This is called joining lists. So for example, we have a list called list 1, and there we have 1, 2, 3, and we have another list called list 2, and there we have 4, 5, and 6. And to add these values in the first list, what we can do is we can define another list called combined, or you can name this anything, and then write the list 1, then use the plus operator and write the list 2. So now if you write the print statement and pass combined and run the code, you will see it prints the values from these two lists. That means we combined the values of both lists. So this can be a way while working with adding items to a list. So this is actually not adding, but this can be a way because we are joining. At the end of the day, both are kind of same, you can say. So you can add items to a list using list comprehension or loop. So those methods need the knowledge of list comprehension or loop. So we are not gonna see those now. We will see those methods later.